So I was in a bar this one time, and this guy came in, and he asked the barkeep, he said, "Hey, barkeep, can I use your restroom?" And the barkeep said, "Sure, it's right over there." So the man went into the restroom and never came out. So me and my buddy, we go to this bar, and we go inside, and there's all these guys in there, dudes. And so we're like, well, the women will probably be coming later. So my friend, he goes and uses the bathroom, and I order us a beer. And I start to look around. As I'm looking around, we're in a gay bar. So anyway, my friend comes out, and I say, dude, we're in a gay bar. And he says, "You mean that wasn't a proctologist giving free exams in the bathroom?" Oh, Mother Mary and Joseph. So there was this one time I was at the bar and I had to go to the bathroom, so I went into the stall, and this guy next to me was in a stall too. And so we ended up talking for about 2 hours, just about politics, lost loves, the meaning of life, the usual bathroom talk. So anyway, after the 2 hours came up, he said, "You know what? I haven't been able to go to the bathroom." And I said, "Hey, I haven't been able to go either." And we had a good chuckle at that. So anyway, we ended up exchanging business cards underneath the stall. And there was a little smudge on it, so it makes me think he was lying about, not going to the bathroom. But anyway, I just wiped it off with toilet paper. But anyway, I gave him a call. He had a job opportunity. It was for janitorial work, $10 an hour. I went to 4 interviews, and I ended up not getting the job. But the moral of the story is, you never know who you're going to meet and where you're going to meet them, and never know where that opportunity might lead. And in the end, it led me to a job that I did not get. Just be coming in, and he'd be like, so this one time, I went to the bar with my mentally challenged friend Elmy, and Elmy, he's an interesting kind of sorts. So anyway, me and Elmy, we went to this bar, and we ordered a few brews, and we were, checking out the scene, drinking. And all of a sudden, Elmy said, "I have to go to the bathroom." So Elmy went to the bathroom, but he went to the women's bathroom by accident. And so he went in there, and I just kind of laughed to myself, thinking, okay, he'll be out soon. So anyway, 4 hours goes by, and I was starting to get worried about Elmy. He hadn't come out of the women's restroom, so I ended up going in there, and would you know it, he was having a conversation with another woman in the bathroom about women's rights in the South Pacific. And, it was a fascinating study of the culture and the anthropology of what was going on down there at the time. And so the discussion was a heated debate. So I ended up getting involved in the discussion as well. And so we ended up talking in that bathroom for about the next 10 hours. And it was one of the best days of my life. This one time I went to the bar and I had a drink. And anyway, so I was there with Billy Boy and the rest of the boys. We were having a lot of brewskis and playing pool. And anyway, Billy Boy, he's pretty good with the women. So anyway, this one woman I should say, saw him, and she was giving him the eye. So Billy Boy, he said, "Hey, I'm going to follow her to the restroom." So he followed her to the bathroom and went in the bathroom after she did. And we were like, yeah, there you go, Billy. He's going to get some. So Billy Boy went in. And so anyway, the girl ended up pepper spraying him and kicking him in the groin. didn't quite work out the way Billy had hoped for. Anyway, now he's on some registry list or of some sorts. But the moral of the story is he at least tried, and that's what matters. I went to the restroom at this bar one time. You know, when I was a young lad, me and my dad, we went to the bar this one time, and I was about 7 years old. And so anyway, after we had a couple of beers each, we went to the bathroom, and I went to the men's urinal, and my dad he went into the men's stall. And so anyway, he was making these noises, and I didn't quite understand. And all of a sudden, he was like, "Oh, the pause that refreshes," and I was like, "Yeah, you know, it is kind of nice to pause once in a while because it is refreshing because we're so external. It's nice to be internal and just have a pause and be aware in the now." So when he said the pause that refreshes, I said, "Yeah." I thought to myself, "Yeah, that's very true. It's very refreshing to pause." And so anyway, then he yelled out loud. Probably about a minute later, he yelled out loud, "I took a deposit and then another deposit. There's nothing like a good..." And I didn't catch the last part. It started with a C and ended with a P. It started with a C and ended with a P. There's nothing like a good cop? There's nothing like a good cop? Is that what he meant? There's nothing like a good cap? There's nothing like a good cap? To this day, I've been baffled by what he meant, and I was always too afraid to ask him. There's nothing like a good cop? And he couldn't have made a deposit at a bank because this was before technology, before you could make a deposit on your phone. So he couldn't have made a deposit in the bank on his phone because it didn't exist. I'm just baffled by it.